I wanted to do a short introduction video of who I am. I'm Bradley. Grew up in Northeast Mississippi, where uh, caught the bug to fish like everyone else. That's what all my friends did. It's what my dad did. He's the one who got me into it, and I've just kind of stuck with it. Started off on the gateway fish of bluegill, and eventually moved up to bass and even bigger species as I got older. After high school, I joined the military and traveled around the world. Uh, Lived in Hawaii, lived in California, lived in South Carolina, and got to fish in some exotic locations while I was in. Went to Wake Island and deep sea fish for wahoo and tuna, sharks. Got to do a little fishing in Japan, and then when I moved to California, I fished for got back into bass fishing a little bit, but not much. Did a little more saltwater fishing, surf fishing more than anything. Wasn't very productive with it. Kind of drifted away from it for a while, and then I got sent to Charleston, South Carolina, and really got into saltwater fishing again for sea bass and trout. Uh, it was there I bought my first kayak, a little Ascend FS12T. Was a decent boat for the time. As I've gotten older and bought a few more kayaks, I realized how bad it really was. But it was a good beginner boat. Um, so once I left out, I got out of the military in 2013 and moved to the Pacific Northwest. And I live in Eugene, Oregon now. My wife told me that it never snows in Eugene, and about 6 months after being here and two big snowfalls in the valley, I decided I'd had enough, and we moved to Hawaii again for a second time. This time as a civilian. I was going to school out there, but I was really interested in the deep sea and fishing from my kayak there. So I bought my first Hobie when I lived in Hawaii, um, and made a few connections and a few friends that they took me and showed me the ropes and took me deep sea fishing out, and I was seriously hooked from then on out on kayak fishing. It didn't matter where. Uh, I didn't catch a whole lot while I was there because I was still learning, but it gave me some skills that I use to today, especially with handling the salt here in Oregon in my kayak. So after a year, my wife and I wanted to come back, be closer to her parents. So we're back in the Pacific Northwest again, back in Eugene, where I've made some friends, and I now fish with the U of O bass fishing team. Um, and since being back in Oregon, I fished a few tournaments. I've placed in the top 10 a couple times, and and every year we have the Oregon Rockfish Classic, which is a saltwater tournament. And this year I'm really involved with the Oregon Kayak Bass Fishing Series. There's 6 to 8 tournaments that I plan on fishing this year through that series, and hoping to do well. We'll see how it goes. Sorry, I had a little break in there. Had a text from my son's doctor. Anyway, so since being back in Oregon, I've made a few connections here, and uh, some guys I fish with pretty consistently. Um, and I've also got to go on 2 extremely great trips through American Hero Adventures. Um, I got to go fish out of Reed Sport on a bottom fishing trip, caught some big black sea bass, and then I also got to go down to Baja and fish a marlin tournament with other vets. Our boat ended up winning that tournament. We caught five uh, 5 marlin, four blues and 1 black, and it was an adventure of a lifetime. I enjoyed every minute of being down in Baja fishing those tournaments. So that's just a little bit about me. I've got some more videos coming, some of the gear I use, some unboxings, and then I'm going to do some giveaways, so stay tuned for that. Thanks.